Hello, today we are going to study about types of quadrilateral and their constructions from chapter number 8 of standard 8th maths. The types of quadrilaterals which we will understand are parallelogram, rectangle, square and rhombus. You know that a closed figure with many sides is called as a polygon. Quadrilateral is also a polygon. If you draw any 4 points on a plane and join them, the closed figure obtained is a quadrilateral. Here, the word quadra means 4 and lateral means side. There are 10 elements in a quadrilateral, 4 angles, 4 sides and 2 diagonals. In the given figure alongside, you can see 4 angles, that is angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. The 4 sides are segment AB, segment BC, segment DC, segment AB. The 2 diagonals are segment AC and segment BD. You have to also understand and solve a small activity given below. In this activity, you have to fill the opposite sides. Now, a pair of opposite sides in the given quadrilateral are segment AB and segment DC. The second pair is segment AD and segment BC. Opposite sides are the sides which are facing each other like a mirror. Pair of opposite angles in this figure, angle A and angle C, angle B and angle D. There are 4 pair of adjacent sides. Adjacent sides are facing side by side. First pair, segment AB and BC. Second pair, segment BC and CD. Third pair, segment CD and AD. Fourth pair, segment AD and AB. The adjacent angles are angle A and angle B, angle B and angle C, angle C and angle D, angle A and angle D. You can understand now adjacent angles are moving side by side, whereas opposite angles are facing just opposite to each other. Now, you have to understand the types of quadrilateral. Here, the first type of quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Any quadrilateral having opposite sides parallel is called a parallelogram. Here, in the given figure alongside, you can see and understand the properties of a parallelogram. Here, in this parallelogram, opposite sides AD and BC are congruent, that means they are equal. Similarly, opposite sides AB and CD are congruent. Second property, opposite angles, angle A and angle C and angle B and angle D are also congruent. The diagonals, segment AC and segment BD are bisecting each other. That means they are getting divided into equal halves at the point of intersection. The second type of quadrilateral is a rectangle. A quadrilateral having all angles right angles is called a rectangle. Here, in the given figure alongside, you can verify the properties of a rectangle. The first property is opposite sides are congruent. That is, segment AD is equals to segment BC, segment CD is equals to segment BA. Second property is diagonals are congruent, that is segment BD is equal to segment AC. Third property is diagonals bisect each other, that means the diagonals are getting divided into equal halves at the point of intersection. The third type of quadrilateral is a square. Square is a quadrilateral whose all sides and all angles are congruent, that is equal. The first property of a square is opposite sides and angles are congruent? You can see in the diagram segment AD and segment BC, also segment AB and segment DC are congruent, that is equal. In a square, angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D are all right angles, so they are congruent. Second property is diagonals are congruent, that is segment AC is equal to segment DB. Third property is diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. That means at the point of intersection, the diagonals are getting bisected equally and also they make right angles. Means there are 4 right angles formed at the point of intersection. The fourth property is diagonals bisect the opposite angles. This is a very different property. Try and understand. The diagonal AC bisect the angle A and angle C. Second diagonal BD bisect the angle B and angle D. That means that 90 degree is getting divided into 45 degree angle and 45 degree angle. The fourth type of quadrilateral is rhombus. A quadrilateral whose all the sides are of equal length or congruent is known as rhombus. Here the difference between square and a rhombus is, in case of a rhombus only the opposite angles are congruent. The second property is diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. The third property is diagonals bisect the opposite angles as they do in the square also. The comparison of properties will help you to understand the properties of rectangle, square and rhombus in a better way. The diagonals of a rectangle and square are congruent, but the diagonals of a rhombus are not congruent. In all these quadrilaterals, opposite sides are congruent. In a rectangle, diagonals bisect each other, whereas in a square and a rhombus, diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. In case of a square and rhombus, there is a very special property, that is diagonals bisect the opposite angles. Let us understand the construction of a rectangle. From the definition we know that all the angles of a rectangle are right angles. So if we know any two adjacent sides, we can construct the rectangle. The example given below is, draw a rectangle ABCD such that length of AB is 6 cm and length of BC is 4 cm. The first and foremost condition in any construction is you have to draw a rough diagram according to the given question. Then try to follow the steps of construction. The first step is draw a line segment AB of 6 cm length. Then second step is from point A and B, draw two perpendiculars AM and BN respectively on the same side of the line AB using a protractor. Third step is, with center A and B and radius equal to 4 cm, draw two arcs to intersect AM and BN at the points D and C respectively. Fourth step, join the points D and C. Now you get the required quadrilateral ABCD. Construction of a square. From the definition, we all know that all angles of a square are right angles. If we know any one side of a square, we can draw the square. Example given below is, draw a square ABCD with side 5 cm. Again you have to follow the first rule, that you have to draw the rough diagram as given in the question. Now the steps of construction are, first step, draw line AB 5 cm long. Second step, extend the line AB to the left as shown in the diagram. Third step, from point A, draw two arcs of any radius on the line AB. Fourth step, with the help of these two arcs, draw perpendicular AM on the line AB. Here, you are using your rounder to draw the perpendicular. With center A and radius equal to 5 cm, draw an arc intersecting perpendicular AM at point D. Sixth step, with center D and B and radius equal to 5 cm, draw two arcs intersecting each other at point C. Seventh step, draw lines CD and CB. Now you get the required square. Construction of a rhombus. If one side and the measure of any one angle is given, then you can draw the rhombus. Here, example given below is, draw a rhombus KLMN such that the side is 4 cm and measure angle K is 75 degrees. Again, the first and foremost rule, you have to draw the rough diagram as given in the question. Then follow the steps of construction. First step is, draw line KL 4 cm length using a ruler or scale. Second step is, at point K, draw angle BKL is equals to 75 degrees with the help of your protractor. Third step, from point K, draw an arc of radius 4 cm intersecting the line KB at point N. Fourth step is, with center N and L and radius equal to 4 cm, draw two arcs intersecting each other at point M. Fifth step, draw lines NM and LM. Thus, the quadrilateral KLMN is the required rhombus. Summary. Today we have studied parallelogram is a quadrilateral whose opposite sides are parallel. Rectangle is a quadrilateral whose all angles are right angles. Also, opposite sides are congruent. Square is a quadrilateral whose all angles and all sides are congruent. Rhombus is a quadrilateral whose all sides are congruent but only the opposite angles are equal. You must have also realized that rectangle, square and a rhombus, all the three quadrilaterals are also parallelogram as their opposite sides are parallel. The constructions of rectangle, square and rhombus helps you to compare their properties in a better way. Solve this activity. These practice questions will help you to understand the properties of quadrilaterals clearly. Put a tick mark, right or wrong, in the given boxes according to the properties of quadrilateral. Thank you.